With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days.
Now, a major flashpoint is unfolding in the Gulf. Iran is reportedly threatening to close the Strait of Hormuz, which is a vital oil shipping route, after U.S. bombed 3 of its key nuclear sites. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway between Iran and Oman. At its narrowest, the maritime passage is just 33-kilometer wide. Now, yet, it handles roughly 21 million barrels of oil per day, and that's about 21% of global oil trade. It also transports 1/3 of the world's liquefied natural gas. Now, even a partial closure can disrupt global supplies and send prices soaring. The strait is critical for energy exports from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iraq, and others. For India, 2 million barrels of daily oil imports pass through here. But India's Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Hardeep Singh Puri, has said that India has enough diversified sources to absorb the shock. Energy markets are already reacting, with analysts warning oil could jump to $80 a barrel.
The government under the Honorable Prime Minister has been consistently and periodically reviewing the situation, including the possibility of the closure of the Straits of Hormuz.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has called Iran's threat economic suicide, warning Tehran against taking what he called another terrible mistake. Tensions are high, and the world is watching the Strait of Hormuz closely. And for more on this, we were earlier joined by senior political scientist Rafael S. Cohen, and this is what he told us on the ongoing situation in West Asia.
Yeah, well, I think Israel set off with really 2 primary military objectives in this campaign. The first being the nuclear capacity, and you've seen that being targeted fairly regularly with strikes on Natanz, Isfahan, the American strike on Fordow, as well as some smaller sites as well. But the other primary concern for Israel has been Iran's growing missile capability. And we've seen even conventional missile capability having a profound effect when it targets Israeli infrastructure. And so from the Israeli standpoint, they want to neutralize that. So they want to go after both launchers, but also missile production facilities, missile storage sites and the like. And then the third objective here, and this is sort of tangent to the other 2, is in order to do both targeting of the nuclear facilities, but also the missile sites, you also have to take out the Iranian air defenses. And so you've seen that be a sort of primary center point of Israeli targeting over the last week and a half or so. Yeah, I mean, look, I think President Trump means what he says, in the sense that when he gave the speech to the American people, he basically laid out a choice for Iran. Either you accept negotiations over your nuclear program now and take an off-ramp, or if you choose to retaliate and double down, the United States will escalate in turn. And I think the fairly blatant threat here with calling for regime change in Iran, I think that's part of the, either you take the diplomatic off-ramp or something worse is going to happen, and that means going after leadership targets and trying to topple the Iranian regime.